Well, crime hasn't slowed up in the new year. Look at this punk. I guess he decided he was going to terrorize some high school kids trying to make some pocket change in a Little Caesars.
Jake Lemansky.
34-year-old Jake Lemansky faced a Broward County judge Monday, 2 days after Pembroke Pines police said he pistol-whipped an employee inside, robbed this Little Caesars pizza, and then drove off, leading police on a chase.
You're charged with fleeing, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, robbery with a firearm.
Investigators said it was just after 10:30 Saturday night. Lemansky stormed into the restaurant off Taft Street near Douglas Road wearing all black, gloves, and a ski mask covering his face. Inside, police said he struck the cashier in the head with his gun before taking off with an undisclosed amount of money. While officers learned Lemansky drove away, it didn't take long for them to catch up to him. It's near County Line Road and the Turnpike. The suspect crashed into a median wall, was then taken into custody and arrested.
Court finds probable cause, all counts.
Fortunately, the victim wasn't seriously injured. As for Lemansky, we learned because this is not his first run-in with the law, he will remain behind bars, now being held with no bond.
Count 2, no bond. Count 3, no bond.
Not to be outdone, look at these two tough guys. They robbed a woman, beat her up because she didn't let go of her purse, and dragged her 50 feet while she was trying to save her property.
Yeah, Juan and Susie, this escalated to much more beyond a purse snatching when the suspects allegedly began punching the victim as she hung on for her purse as their car drove away, dragging her 50 feet across the parking lot. These are the two suspects the sheriff's department arrested. Their major crimes bureau, the robbery task force, involved in this one. The two suspects were involved in this alleged robbery at the Costco parking lot in the City of Industry. That's when they say they came up to a woman, tried to steal her purse. She tried to hang on, got in the car, and dragged her across the parking lot. The sheriff's department stepped up their presence in that parking lot after this incident went down. Now, the sheriff says earlier last week they were able to locate these two and take them into custody. A search of the residence that they were in, they say, had crucial evidence to their case, including the personal property that belonged to the victim. The suspects have been booked into a jail. They are both there on $500,000 bail. And of course, the sheriff's department now looking into whether or not these two are connected to any other robberies.
Now, over in Compton, like you got a bunch of teenagers, young adults, decide to rob a store. I guess since the new year, I guess they think everything is free. They totally destroyed these people's store, who's probably worked their entire life, blood, sweat, and tears to try to make an honest living, and you got a bunch of punks coming in there destroying everything. Also, parents, do you know where your kids are in the evenings?
Watch as a white SUV backs up not once, but twice into Ruben's Bakery and Mexican food in Compton around 3 a.m. Tuesday morning. Quickly, a group of dozens of people emerge. At one point, you see a woman try to stop the crowd and push them back. But the crowd takes over, making them. But this is what he walked into. Shattered glass, food, drinks, and merchandise everywhere. Ruben's left with hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage, following what the sheriff's department says started as a street takeover.
Our streets up.
On Tuesday night, following the looting at Ruben's, Compton residents brought their frustrations to the city council meeting.
And it's just like, when is this going to stop?
The department says they received 3 calls about the takeover Tuesday. Along with dangerous stunts and looting, they say the suspects also burned mattresses and Christmas trees, but no arrests were made. Residents say they're seeing street takeovers on a weekly basis for the last 3 years. We spoke to the mayor, who claims the city has been working on an ordinance for months.
That we do hear them and that we are listening to them and that we do understand their concerns and that we are working diligently to address those concerns.
And then now over here, what we have? We have another female mayor. She was probably elected on identity politics, not even qualified to be a mayor, and it's going to take her months to pass an ordinance to maybe try to get a hold of all this crime that is happening in her city of Compton.
But back at Ruben's Tuesday night was spent boarding up a business that has sat on the corner of Santa Fe and El Segundo Boulevard for more than 40 years.
Okay, people, well, it seems to me on a lot of this stuff, you got to be just tough. You got to have tough mayors. You got to have tough law enforcement. As soon as they do something like that, lay the law down quickly, harshly, and in my opinion, that would stop a lot of this lawlessness. Till next time.